Can we get something a little more age appropriate for these two?
Films on Thursdays with Eclipse Cinemas Bundoran, flying high to bring you the best films in Ireland. Eclipse Cinema.
And joining us back to his regular Thursday is our man at the movies, Colin McFadden, live from Eclipse Cinemas in beautiful Bundoran. And a very good afternoon to you, Colin.
And a good afternoon, and a fine afternoon it is here too in Bundoran. It's like you're mocking me because I just got out of the car and I'm wearing my hat. You know, usually I get mocked because I'd be known as a man who wears shorts and Hawaiian shirts way later in the year. So usually
you look like you just came out of a Canadian forest.
Yeah, there is a touch of the lumberjack about me. I will be getting the razor out afterwards. But, you know, that's because I've been locked in the dark watching movies, getting ready for the show, because, you know, this is what my week's all about. And it's been a busy one. And actually, a little spoiler, Shamey. It's a good one. We've got a couple of good movies and that I'm really excited to talk about. And even though there's a humongous difference on scale of budget, like the people who were employed to make sure George Clooney's stubble was right for a Ticket to Paradise are probably the same as the budget for the whole of the movie that we're about to talk about. Because, you know, we did have a little talk off air. I don't think we're letting any light in. And we said, which one will we go with first? Which one will we play the trailer for? Will we go with the very enjoyable but massive Hollywood movie that has all the ads on the telly, or will we plug the Irish? And if there's one thing that Ocean Drive and Ocean FM is all about, it's play Irish. So we said we'd go with the Irish. So maybe for the first time ever, here's our clip with actual Irish on it.
Conas tá the war.
Bra. Pósach mam agus dad dúrbéidir bert fithe. Níl sé is gur hí glacha leis gúil sé imethe.
Céir den rud dearnach a dúir táir se lam.
Mam.
Níl deire lean ar scéal go fáileach ré. Á sé tíanta galan. É take ar eis.
Tá bh má é más a meabhar.
Tá sí carcóide!
Ní srin ceart ar an bhí sin agus ní chóir meach an madra sa sé chun tosa.
Frank is anam dom.
Hey Mikey, le madra sin ag múna am hánaíag de dit.
Spirit an amáni is mó hí riomh an bráiste se.
Madra na hamáníachta!
Seo chuinge, an trénálaí amána is fear sa tír.
Fuair an madra sin das bionar idir mar ag sin scéal.
Agus aríam mín si cnach stéagacha don bhadra.
Mar sin speisialta clúpalóir.
Ní Frank le ar madra sin.
An lena go ar Frank.
Tá, cínta. Agus ar a bhean chomá.
Éist, tá tú cliste, ach tá nithe áirithe sa saoil seo nach dtuigeann tú. Níl is agad cad a tharlaíonn dúinn tar éis ar má sealan. Níl is ag haine.
That's just a trip, and I can't wait to see this. No, I want to see this movie.
Absolutely. Although I was thinking, there's people driving home going, the Shamey McMahon has finally lost it. He started speaking Irish. I never thought I'd see the day. And there's other people going, the Donegal people are going, is that Munster Irish on Ocean FM? It shouldn't be allowed.
Not again.
It should be Ulster Irish only. And look, this is, as you can hear, this is a movie in Irish, but of course there's loads of English subtitles. But it's such a wonderful story. The language barrier shouldn't put you off at all. It's the story of Róise, who is a widow. Her husband died suddenly 2 years past. And just, there's no joy, there's no light in her life anymore. There's a whole series of just her life is the same every day. She eats the same food, drinks the same drinks, wears the same clothes. Her son is concerned about her, but he texts her and says, "Are you okay, ma'am?" And she just says, "Yeah, I'm fine." And life goes on. And, you know, we all have been in ruts like that or know people who've been in ruts like that. And one day this dog appears. And at first the dog annoys her, but there's just something about the dog that she just starts reminding of the husband. And she starts thinking, God, he's very like Frank. He sits on Frank's seat. He finds the schlitter. Frank was the best hurling coach in town. Finds the schlitter. And just suddenly she has a reason to get up in the morning, just a little bit. And of course, everyone thinks she's crackers. until they don't. Now, obviously, there's a little bit of you have to take a little pinch of salt with all of this, but it's just such a gorgeous fairy tale of a movie. It's just like, I was thinking about how to describe it. And when I was a young man, I've often talked about my love of where my father's from the Rosses, coming into Annagre, up to Calhame, where dad's from. And there's a bit when you're driving over and you're coming over from Dunlow and you turn around the corner and you see the homestead and there's just a glow you get and you're going, I'm home at Granny's. And that's what this movie is. It's that warm feeling that, that just brings, it's like a hug. It's just such a lovely movie. And the thing is, it is a little bit emotional. Don't worry, it's only PG, anyone can see it. And while there's a lot about grief and dealing with grief, it's something we all have in our life. And one of the funny things is, of course, when she starts dealing with the grief with the dog, everyone, particularly her son, is going, oh, mom's gone mad because she misses dad so much. But it shows that he hasn't really dealt with his dad dying suddenly either. But most of all, you just have a smile on your face all the way through. There's a couple of great laughs. Of course, there's a couple of corny bits with the hurling team and all that, but you don't care because you love it so much. And I have to be honest though, Shamey, I was there going, okay, I'm kind of on the edge, but no tears. I'm fine. Then the ending, tears. Happy tears, but tears nonetheless. And I'm sitting there going, Christ, I'm nearly 50 and I'm sitting in a cinema on my own crying about a dog, but that's who we are, and everyone else is going to be like that. It's such a gorgeous movie, and as I said, there's another great movie we're about to talk about, and it's brilliant, but it has loads of money, so try and see this. Go and support Irish movies. We're going to be talking about another Irish movie next week, which I find very exciting. Last week we talked about, Saoirse Ronan. It's great to see these movies, these people made, and don't be put off if you have no Irish at all. Makes absolutely no difference. Everything
because people are used to watching foreign films now and everything else. Like, I mean, you've got to,
I was sitting watching we all watched Squid Games during lockdown. We could watch an Irish movie, and maybe you will get a couple of fuckle because, of course, it's everyday life, and there's people who say everything. People there listening and to the clip going, oh, I remember that. Oh, I've forgotten that word. And let's face it, everyone knows Madra and everyone knows Gra. And they're the two words you need for this movie. It's even Lomé, is Gra Lomé. I loved it. Absolutely wonderful movie. Please go and see it. Support it because it needs help. These movies need help. And please go and support it. It's such a cracking good time at the movies.
Okay, when does that open, or whenever?
That opens tomorrow. So it's open from tomorrow, and it'll be around for at least a couple of weeks, and it'll be around for a couple of weeks longer if we all go and see it. So that's what's important. That's what everyone did. I have to say, our listeners were brilliant with Colleen Kuhn. They were brilliant with Aracht, and it's great to see support for local movies. So let's hope this gets support too.
Okay, all right, okay. Right, like the big movie is next, Ticket to Paradise, George and company, and probably zillions spent on this. Anyway,
yeah,
is it any good?
Yeah. Zillions, just on their teeth alone. I was watching this on the big screen this morning, and I was going, my God, look at their teeth. You fall in love with their teeth alone. And Julia Roberts with that big smile, and George Clooney's all smoldery. Look, I was thinking about this. I'm not much of a chef, right? But there are certain meals, you're given the right ingredients, no one can muck it up. And this movie is one of those, right? George Clooney, Julia Roberts, who are good friends in real life and have a good kind of banter together. Send them to Bali as a bickering husband and wife who are trying to stop their daughter, what they think is making a big mistake, marrying a guy she only met a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, it's going to be good fun. And it is not the most original movie you'll see this year. It's not even the most original movie you might see this month, but it doesn't matter because it's so well done. And people will think I'm damning that with faint praise. It's actually the opposite. I think rom-coms, people settle for rubbish too often. And people go, yeah, it's a bit of a girly movie. And go, I don't care who you are. You deserve a really good movie. You deserve them to have made the effort. And they've put the effort in this. They go full on. And while they're all incredibly beautiful and handsome, they've no problem making it looking like a bit of an Egypt. Julia Roberts and George Clooney start playing beer pong, and they start playing their old songs, the classics that the young people don't know. And of course, I was going, oh my God, they're all the stuff I was dancing at discos to as well. It's all House of Pain, Jump Around, and Run DMC, and making Egypt to themselves, embarrassing their kids. And it's just really good fun. They are just good spirits. And my movie reviewing hero, Mark Kermode, always says, if it looks like the people had a good time making the movie, it's usually a bad movie. And normally I'd agree with them, but I think this is the exception because they're having a good time, but you're welcome to the party. It's not, look at us, we're brilliant. It's come and have a laugh with Julia and George. And you know exactly what's going to happen. And you like it all the more for knowing exactly what's going to happen. It is top class value. And like this weekend, go and see a glass of wine, a slice of pizza, director, whatever way you want to go and see it. Enjoy yourself. And like, obviously the surroundings, like, you know, it's all in the names. Bundoran, Valley, all with bees, all beautiful. Top class.
Paradise. There you go. Okay, Róise, you've got a classic movie, The Goodies.
No, it's The Goonies. And I saw that. You see, that's you and me showing our age. And it was The Goonies was the wonderful TV show from the 70s. Yeah. This is the kids movie from the mid 80s. So it's The Goonies. It was kind of a spin-off. Yeah, Jamie's now got the giggles.
I know I made a mistake. All right, okay.
Easily done. But this is it was kind of Indiana Jones for little kids. That was kind of the theme for it, where it's a group of little kids. And I was just a little bit too old for it when it came out in the 80s. There's a whole generation of kind of 40s and younger who were mad about this movie. It was a big part of the growing up. Cyndi Lauper did the soundtrack, which kind of shows you in its prime time, and it has remained a classic all the time. And it's in a time where we don't have a whole load of new kids movies coming out for a couple of weeks yet, so we're bringing back some classics. And look, I won't lie to you, it's already pretty much sold out on the Saturday. So good. people really want to see it, whether it's the kids picking it or it's the parents picking it, I don't know, but as long as people are happy.
Okay. Quick 10 seconds on Mr. Monday.
Mr. Monday movie we talked a lot about at the time because it's Bundoran. Girls Can't Surf. We don't show many documentaries. We pick them selectively. This is really good, all about the history of women surfing. But if you don't care about surfing, it doesn't matter. It's a good movie.
Okay,
€5.
That's Collie on movies. Till next Thursday.
Bye.